Mr. Lynch lives, or will be alive forever. Good morning, Mr. Maestro, or simply, 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 or simply. Yesterday, not David Lynch. It's February 4th, 2025, and it's today in Naples. Today, totally clear, seems totally clear, finally. After many days, we totally clear, scanner in general. And it was simply 16 minutes, lì after project noon and 23 Fahrenheit 15 Celsius, and this means it's really cold dark. This is virus, con practice catch the visuals winter presence for the start of the circle, as Rapson non remember if your body was on a body which I suppose I'm sure. So very see the name is in adesso se simultanea ma propose che te io ci ho ciò io it's better and perhaps paradox for me and I didn't see the integration. So for the auto and spring in fact for spring auto and spring so se aggetti software for esame aggetti 8 sono since che sia classica aggetti and as regarded I guess it's for me also thing for the absolutely incomplete I bet yes it's good obviously winter fix good and in particular it's really good but at the same time thanks to media I follow in some years bet 2 points per mese media more for media is actually the sequence cold showers fat freeze and where it's a coffee si posso thanks to the sequence è stato fatto cold and where thanks to the sequence and so the sequence I senza mia solo stare fare cold for this illiteracy standard people but also considering aspect and this aspect consists in in general because in fact what for past years all'interno si remember winter where start winter crisi così so può offrire aspect fact tre to fate cold ci sono points secondo aspect crisi in general for me temporary is good you can also say condition, situation, things are good. And not force for people. Feel some sensation, cioè per me, what it is. Cioè, let's surely think of not because, for example, think of cold showers, but also the fact of the to wear little clothing as possible. Generally, think of cold showers. It's a bit impossible. Generally, people do hot showers together. This depends on them. Instead, what I see today, I think I can say the same things just for me. It's good, artistism, if I can be free. That's not a famous in this. Ik even, vind ik het een procent van deze, ik weet het just voor Fahrenheit 15 Celsius. But the really important thing is atmosphere, it's anticipated. As before, today, no, it's beautiful. Mosca si muove shiny, Niameda, nottissimi sono più pesanti, si bene past, c'è un'altra sono fitini fra mistica, vabbè, in genere vedo Tilano, transizione pire, così viene in un, so tutti se now we vediamo for the Scandinavia for other 4 hours and a half. So more in comparison with non penso io, è completely different schedule. Well, so sarà meglio con lui, sarà cortine, o queste 4 in serum, non saremo avere 4 in serum, ma the only difference is in color per flowers, was fatta color per preus, la seconda cortina was yellow or gold, well, the first one pink, and this is this third curtain, because this is the third curtain, these flowers, if not pink, are very similar to pink color, then if you notice, so the color of the, and so the color of the first curtain, then if you notice, vabbè, ma se fosse non lo so, mi dico lui, sono sopra che insomma diverso. Infatti la Disney si inizia a code because it's also the logo because you have it since about 2 years away. Also in those beautiful pentabranch that also near me. However, for me, better be always better is met sentire ogni shot. Anzi, fanzi per il shot. Se ricordare che cresciuto questo abbiamo detto, televisione in generale, visimo, forniscono si che sbetta visimo e sentire a resciot, a tutti si che si punti come musica già resciot. And finally, Roma mi dico che giocano forti, PG, PG, PG. Come ti fai? Tutti si che si spiega già resciot. Beh, questi è molto piccolo, sono recenti, forse è solo che dura. O solo un problema esiste? No, non so myself. Trots perché and finally I hope you all get the breakfast. Today's late. It's people say from just it's late in general, but for me you can see slightly late for my hours. Perché ne si late io mi for my hours, but per un parte se dovessi fare io vedrei che ci la stemma tu se tu sai fare the breakfast finta insieme. I start with فهمت part of my ideas if it was yesterday my things to last in university factory sembra so se finché detta te recordi sembra su search where to repeat close pensi su lettere close as regard the record late slightly late slide late as regard my master repeat suggest lì noon and 35 23 but, the really important thing to show the numbers that inside me also today fortune with the soul, brilliant. And that's we always say. Breakfast is also non sultimo del favore. Absolutely. Io se no fare saranno un metro shot, saranno un metro biscuits, and my favorite radical is palm breakfast. In particolare come the palm and guarantees they are fantastic assassin milk is shot and only can see the coffee così, but but also the squeak chocolate as you know from the other fragment video of the other shot. Vabbè, in quella breakfast, se questa bomba particolare sono, sa mega bomba. Aveva repeat truly recommend Italian Palmasilas di Are Superb. Also, tu mollo, ma si può, fanno dai. Infatti, non ho detto l'app, ma guarda, sì.